Does it really look like the gentle inherit the world, the earth, the meek, the humble? Just look around you. It's the powerful. It's the cruel. It's the fraudulent. It's the deceivers. It's the violent. They seem to have the world pretty much in their control, and it looks like their posterity is going to inherit it from all visible evidence. But maybe there's more to the story. Maybe there is just more to the story. Every human being, early on in life, steps on a bug or swats a fly or sees his or her mother swat a fly or a cat catch a mouse. And almost immediately, because of the brain that we have, the human being makes the analogy. The fly's dead. 1 minute ago it was living and it's dead now. The mouse is dead. The bug is dead. Do I die? Can I be snuffed out like the bug? And from those first moments of recognition by analogy, that human life is fragile, very fragile, fear grows. Fear grows that something is going to snuff me out. And so, with ever-intensified consciousness, we begin to look and to watch and to see and to examine and to prepare against what might snuff me out. Now, in reality, I could be snuffed out by a mover of an atom in my brain, and I stroke and die, or blood clot in the heart based on some kind of subatomic things that are going on. I'm gone. But we don't want to be stuffed out. We just don't want to be stuffed out. And as we get a little older, maybe now in our day and age, this little older is a lot younger than it used to be, we begin to realize that the earth is bigger than our home. Life is bigger than our city. And we begin to realize that the earth is 1,000,000 times small. The earth is 1,000,000 times smaller than the sun, and that the sun is just one of 100 billion suns in our galaxy. And our galaxy is just one of 100 billion galaxies. And we're just one of 7 billion people. And it all looks more and more fragile as we hear about people dying now, and people getting sick, and accidents, and people leaving their house in the morning and never coming back that never expected to be dead. It all becomes more and more fragile. The life that we have and want to keep. When Einstein was thinking about religion, one of the primal questions, he said, about the religious person, about the religious experience, about reality is the universe a safe place for human beings to be? From all the evidence available to the human senses, it is not a safe place. It is not a safe place. One way or another, you and I, and every one of the 65,000 people at the soccer game cheering for this side or that side, we will all be snuffed out. Just like that little bug that we saw back when we were 3 years old. And so the person who says you follow Jesus' way of teaching nonviolent love of friends and enemies, and you'll be a doormat out there, you won't last a week. It's impractical. It's impossible. What they're saying is, I don't want to be snuffed out. And if you follow that teaching, you will be snuffed out. The problem with that is what? The problem is there's nothing you can do about preventing being snuffed out. And the other side of Jesus' teaching is not that it's impractical, not that it's idealistic, not that it doesn't work. Jesus' teaching is his way is the way to eternal life. His way is the way not to be snuffed out. It's hard to believe. But that's what he says. Follow me and eternal life is yours. Eternal life. That is, life where you are not snuffed out is yours. This is what I come to offer. This is what I come to give you. He doesn't tell us how it works. He doesn't tell us what it is. But he does tell us that there is an eternal life that we can have, each and every one of us. And that his way is not our way to it. His way is the way to it. And so, of course, your friend is right. And you're right when you say, if you follow Jesus' teachings of nonviolent love of friends and enemies, the world could very well do you in very quickly, snuff you out. That's correct. The world snuffed Jesus out, 33 years old, crucified. But the good news is Christ is risen. The good news is the resurrection. The good news is Jesus was not snuffed out. The good news is that his resurrection validates that his way is the way of God. His way is the will of God. His way is the way to eternal life. If Christ has not risen, our faith is in vain, says St. Paul. And this is true. If Christ is not risen, as St. Paul says, we're the most foolish of people. We will be stuffed out. But the other side of that is, if Christ has risen, his way of nonviolent love of friends and enemies, is the way to eternal life. The way beyond ever being snuffed out.